Hello friends, my name is Anurag Tyagi. I'm Senior Manager Technology at Publicis Sapient, working out of Chicago office. I have almost 14 years of experience in IT, and most of it goes with Publicis Sapient only. I have some hobbies too. I like to play cricket, pool, and watching sci-fi movies. I love innovations. You can look at my recent innovations on my LinkedIn profile. My journey in IT is great. I started my technical career with C++, and currently I'm working with mobile solutions. I worked in different sectors, including pharma, insurance, and currently I'm working in travel and hospitality. Journey is so important, whether it is a professional journey or a user journey in the mobile application. Journey gives a clear view on what we did between a time frame. And this is what I'm going to discuss today: the user, journey, and the data. My topic of the talk today is Telemetry 360 for mobile applications. I will also explain how did we reduce the production issue RCA time from 24 hours to just 10 minutes. I'll start with a quick telemetry overview and also tell you a story about Scott. At the end, we will have a quick demo followed by a Q&A round. Telemetry is perceived in different ways by different people. So let's talk very briefly about telemetry. Telemetry is the collection of measurement which can be received remotely for monitoring purposes. Earlier, the term telemetry were mostly used in healthcare and military services, but now it is commonly used in IT, especially in mobile applications and web applications. Okay, let's talk about a story of frustrated Scott. Scott is a loyal customer of one of our client mobile ordering app. One day, he was especially hungry and tried to place a mobile order, and he got an error on his mobile application. He tried multiple times, but the error kept coming, and he could not succeed in getting his food. Let's see what options did Scott have. Scott had primarily three modes of communication to share the mobile application feedback to the company. He could call the customer support team or write the reviews on the App Store, or just share no feedback at all and just abandon the app. Scott decided to choose the first mode and called customer support team. They said, "We will get back to you." A day went by and he did not receive any feedback on his problem with the app. What do you think? What was happening behind the scenes to the issue which Scott reported to the support team? Teams were playing the ping pong match with the Scott's issue. And the reason for that, because the support team was not able to provide enough data evidences to the dev team for a Scott issue. And because of that, a ping pong match started between the teams. And that's where the most of time was going. Let's look at the existing telemetry data. The conventional way of capturing measurement was so generic, and it was more performance centric. If you look here, we were collecting the good performance centric data like crash rate, app launch time, API response time, etc. However, we were not able to link the telemetry data with the actual customer debugging data. For example, if you look at the linear telemetry dashboard, it was more focused on performance of the application and could not be tied with the user. There were no user-specific identifier and attributes to tie the existing data to the user. So there was a need of enhancement in telemetry so that the data can be tied with the user to find the user-specific problems. We did some enhancement to our telemetry data and added some of the user-specific attributes in telemetry. For example, we started capturing hashed email address from the mobile application to telemetry system. We also started capturing additional interaction events like page views, button clicks, and view IDs. We also created a user journey dashboard to search user events and error in the telemetry. Now with the user journey dashboard, we were able to identify a Scott issue in just 10 minutes. Based on his data, we found that the payment provider considered his transaction as fraud transactions. Ultimately, payment provider fixed some rules on their side to resolve Scott issue. So now support team can search Scott's user journey in telemetry using his hashed email address and immediately assign the issue to the right team with supporting evidences. So no more ping pong matches between the teams. But what if Scott would have directly written a bad review on the App Store? In case of App Store review, we don't know the user identity. So we linked Scott review from the Google Play to his data in telemetry using device and application metadata information. That comes from the Google Play as well as from the mobile application. This way, we were able to find the RCA in just few minutes, even for the users who were putting the reviews on the Google Play Store. Now Scott reviews linked to his telemetry data, but what if Scott would have not given any feedback at all? If you look so far, that we are waiting for customers to share the feedback either by calling the customer support team or by leaving the bad review on the App Store. What if we can make the system a little bit more proactive? And what if, in fact, we are even faster than Scott? If user leaves no feedback at all, then to solve those issues, we need to be able to detect and reproduce those issues in a proactive way. We also need to be able to provide enough data evidences so that the developer can fix the issues in the faster way. So we had to work on two primary areas: proactive detection of the issues and proactive reproduction of the issues. Just remember, the state of the data and environment changes so frequently, so it is better to reproduce the issue immediately when it is occurring. We brought an innovative solution to identify and reproduce the customer errors automatically in real time. If you look at the steps of dynamic automation, when customer uses the application, we send the interaction events from the mobile application to the telemetry system. Then as soon as the error occurs for the user, we generate automation script using the interaction events. After generating the script, we run the automation script on the test device on the device cloud. And all of this happens in real time automatically. That means as soon as the customer gets an error, this process gets started automatically. By this way, we are now able to reproduce the issues and share the evidences like video replay, fiddler traces, and steps to reproduce to the developers. This saves lots of time and helps developer to fix the issues in a faster way. Let's go a little deeper into dynamic automation. While we are implementing dynamic automation feature, we are not considering Scott journey as a linear journey, but rather we are considering it as a pattern. After fixing the Scott issue, Scott continued to use the application for the other features. It is important to consider a Scott journey as pattern because with each Scott's interaction with the app, the state of the application is changing. For example, objects like cache, storage, memory heap, those are changing. So if we follow the same historical interaction pattern which Scott followed, our probability of issue replication will be very high. Think about the different patterns you can get from the production users while they are using the app. Those patterns can be converted into the scripts for the issue replication. And since this pattern also gives insights on how the application is being used by the actual users on the production environment, so these patterns can help during development cycle to produce a quality app. This process allowed us to take the advantage of the user behaviors on the app and leverage their behavior pattern to identify and fix the issues which we were originally blind to, but were impacting not just Scott, but millions of other customers. This brings us a new way to develop a software called pattern-driven development and testing. We are integrating all the capabilities into one tool called Telemetry 360. Telemetry 360 allows us to integrate user journey of the customers and also links the user app store review to the user journey data. It enables the dynamic automation and pattern matching capabilities for the production issues replication. Other than that, it also helps in improving app rating in a unique way by circling back with the customers, and also helps in user retention by temporarily solving some of the production issues automatically. Telemetry 360 tool can be used not just by the support team, but also by the development team, testing, and the product teams. Telemetry 360 is being developed as a web application. However, without much changes in the code, it can be converted into the native mobile application. And this cross-platform capability comes directly from Flutter. In the backend, Telemetry 360 is powered by some of the existing tools like New Relic for capturing the telemetry data, AWS for deployment and storage, and OpenTest for running the dynamically generated scripts. Let's do a quick demo of Telemetry 360 application. Let's run the application directly from the Android Studio. While it compiles and runs the application in browser, let's talk a little bit about the code. As I mentioned, this application is being developed in Flutter framework to get the advantage of its cross-platform capability. Because of this capability, the same code can be executed as native application on the mobile devices as well. We followed the block architecture for this application in Flutter. You can go through block architecture detail offline. Okay, looks like the application is running now in the browser. This is the home screen. Let's move from home screen to the dashboard. If you look at the different sections of this screen, the center view contains the reviews from the App Store, and these reviews can be synced with the App Store on a configurable frequency. Configuration can be done behind the scenes from the JSON file. The top right section contains the status of the issue. Based on the progress made on the issue, the status of these widgets changes. In these widgets, you can also see what was the rating when the customer reported the issue on the App Store, and also what is the rating after the issue is resolved. This section just below is for the review response feature. With the help of this feature, we can reply the user's App Store review directly from this telemetry tool. On the left side of the panel, we have different filters option available, including rating filter, status filter, and the platform filter. The global data link feature here links a user review to telemetry data. Let's create a global link to link the review to the user journey. Once you click on the plus button, it will take us to the data link screen where you can create the data links. From this screen, we can create the data links using the available data labels that come along with the review from the App Store. In the center section, we can put a user journey dashboard URL that accepts the query string parameters. For demonstration purposes, we have pre-filled this information. Let's save the link to go to the main dashboard. Let's look at the custom link. The only difference from the global data link is that the custom link only applies to one review for which it is created, whereas global data link is applicable to all the reviews. We can create the custom link using the email address provided by Scott to the support team and just save it. Let's click on the automated link and look at the Scott's user journey in detail. If you look at the user journey dashboard, it contains the API response time, it contains the API errors, it also contains the crash which happened to this particular user, it also contains the interaction events. So it has all the information that is needed for immediate debugging. Let's go back. Let's quickly look at the dynamic automation feature for some of the users. Let's look at this particular user. It seems like this user is getting some error for offers. Let's see if the tool was able to reproduce the issue. Let's click on the view replication button. If you look at the screen, this is the workflow of dynamic automation. The first step is the categorization of the issues. Categorization happens automatically in the background. For this user, the issue falls in the offer bucket errors. The second step is to collect the interaction events and user journey data. You can click on view detail to look at all the interaction events for this user. If you look at the second step, it automatically arranges the interaction events in an order of their occurrences. The third step is to utilize the interaction events to generate the automated scripts. You can click on view detail to look at the detailed view of these scripts. If you look at the automated script, this is generated based on the interaction events for that user. You can see all the interaction events have been transformed into the scripts. As a fourth step, let's look at the automation run that was executed by Telemetry 360 using Open Test Automation Framework. You can see we are able to see the offer issue is reproduced and the user was seeing the blank screen. Also, here are the attached data evidence like video and API request and responses for the execution. Now these evidences can be used by the developer and it saves lots of time in triaging and defect fixing for the team. As you know, this tool is still under development, but this was a quick demo of overall concept. If you need more detail on the tool, please reach out to me via email. Now we'll open the floor for Q&A. Please do ask your questions. Thank you.